This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams Labor Day sale and get 35% off paints and stains August 22nd through September 4th. With prices starting at $31.84, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your interior or exterior, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store or shop the sale online. Delivery available on qualifying orders. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
It's KFI AM 640, and you're listening to The Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
It is KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Conway Show, Conway list today. Tim has been felled by some kind of illness. We don't know what it is. I don't ask a lot of questions. I'm told that he was instructed by medical professionals to take off 2 days. So that is what he is doing. There is something going around. I had it last week. It took 4 days to really knock it out.
What was it?
It felt like just a bad cold, but I don't want to say just a bad cold. It is really bad. It's like, oh man. It was congestion. It was, you just feel horrible. I mean, really horrible.
Doesn't have anything to do with allergies?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I've talked to a few people that, these summer colds are just the worst. And it's not even really, obviously the heart of summer yet. But anyway, Tim's got something, and he was instructed to take a couple of days off. For me, love coming in, and the A team is here. Sometimes if Conway has got, a vacation planned, Sharon and Conway plan the same vacation.
Uh-huh.
And then Crozier, he also slides in with a couple of days off. And so I come in, and it's really Stafouche, Angel, and myself from the normal team, and then other film people. And it's fine. I mean, it's like kind of working with,
Sounds like it's not.
And
I get it, Mark. I get it.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I totally get it, Angel. I get it.
The other thing I've noticed, and I don't want to say, I've seen no evidence of this, by the way, today. But the other thing I've noticed is that sometimes I'll come in when Tim isn't going to be here, and we do have Sharon, and we've got Crozier and Angel and Stafouche. But there's a sense of kind of like slow walking everything. You know what I mean?
What?
Like kind of kicking it.
What?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Dogging it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I totally get that, Mark.
Yeah. Yes. Angel gets it. Yeah.
Did you feel it today?
I was going to say, do you want to feel the difference?
That's fine. How dare you? How dare you?
We can flip the switch quick.
Because we can make you feel what that's really like.
The first thing I said was, I see no evidence of it today.
Mm-hmm.
Now, look, I'm not scrutinizing it, but I am just saying I notice it, like when Sharon will say, you know what, all of a sudden she's not where she should be. She's doing something else. I don't know what she's doing. She's on Etsy or something.
You clearly aren't here during regular times.
That may be. Anyway, everybody seems we're not only at full strength with Crows, Stafouche, Angel, and Sharon, but everybody seems like on their game so far. So Sadly, we have news to report that is really disturbing. And this Baldwin Park shooting and the killing of this Baldwin Park officer is just filled with bizarre, sad details. Here are a few of them.
And there's so much pain in this community and so many questions about what happened. And behind me, you can see here at the Baldwin Park Police Department that people are coming by to pay their respects to the fallen officer. As you said, this is a horrible tragedy that might have been triggered over a parking spot. A barrage of gunfire in this quiet neighborhood. It was on Philhurst Street with reports of a man firing a rifle in the street.
We just heard, 3 loud noises, and we didn't know it was gunshots.
People here say an innocent person was heading to a relative's home for a party. It appears the suspect didn't like where he was trying to park his car.
He just came they had a housewarming party, and he just came and dropped his family off and tried to park over there where the kid told him, no, you can't park here. And he said, okay, I'm going to move my car.
Yeah, it's weird because over there was apparently in front of this other guy's house. The shooter's house is what my understanding was. But he didn't park there. He parked on down the way.
Kid told him, no, you can't park here. And he said, okay, I'm going to move my car.
It appears the victim then parked his car about 2 blocks away. That car is still here. Then as he walked over to the party, the suspect allegedly started shooting.
It was scary. We were all three watching the Dodger game, and we thought the neighbors were celebrating, and we thought they had fireworks, but I guess it wasn't fireworks.
No, we pulled up the camera, and then my mom came outside, and then we saw him laying on the floor.
I got to say, when I hear the voices of little kids talking about this and there's been a shooting in their neighborhood, I mean, that's the kind of environment that these kids are living in. It's bizarre that kind of gun violence can just be something that they have to digest as little kids.
I guess it wasn't fireworks.
No, we pulled up the camera, and then my mom came outside, and then we saw him laying on the floor.
That's when Baldwin Park police arrived at the scene. The officers were met by gunfire, and 35-year-old officer Samuel Riveros was killed in the shootout with the suspect. Today, you can see bullet holes in the house, and car windows on this street are shattered. A memorial of flowers and candles is now growing outside of the Baldwin Park police station. People are coming by to remember Officer Riveros' service to the community.
His life wasn't appreciated by whoever did this, and I just want to thank the police station here and everywhere else because they're out there protecting us, trying to protect us.
I mean, that's the reason I'm so pro-cop. And I understand that these cops have no idea what they're facing every day when they go in. It could be, this was a shots fired situation that he was responding to. No idea that he would never go home. It's truly heartbreaking.
Now, officials have not yet released the name of that innocent victim who was walking to that housewarming party. Meanwhile, the suspect has been identified. He is 22-year-old Eduardo Roberto Medina Berumen. He's hospitalized in stable condition. He's being held on 2 counts of murder, and his bail is set at $4 million. Reporting live from Baldwin Park, I'm Carlos Grande, ABC 7.
Really, really rough. And there was a shootout, man, and this poor guy, 35-year-old Officer Samuel Riveros, shot and killed during that shootout. So those are the details we know. Again, it starts as such a benign thing, over a parking space. You can't park there. Oh, okay. I'll park down the way. No, I don't know that was the way the words went down. I mean, and I don't know what kind of state, agitated or otherwise, the shooter was in. It may not have been, hey, man, you can't park there, or I'm sorry, you can't park there. I'm guessing that wasn't the attitude. Things seem pretty cranked up to 10. But these, again, seemingly harmless situations that you encounter every day over a parking space, that they can escalate to this level, it's an extraordinary thing. I had a road rage thing happen I want to say it was yesterday. If not yesterday, the day before. I'm the 3rd car in line at a light. And this just is a reminder, these things can flare up and you don't know who you're dealing with. And the light turned green, and no one was moving. And I gave him the honk, and again, I didn't, to be fair, I gave him the hard honk. You know, there's a boop, boop, that's like, hey, I know you might been distracted, that's light's green. I didn't give him that. Maybe I should have given him that. And I didn't give him the bam, bam, which is a little kind of moderate.
If people are going to react like that, the beep probably doesn't matter. Because I've done that light beep, beep.
And they go off.
You get the finger, you get the pull over, and the hands up in the air like, what? I'm like, dude,
what do you want from
not
me?
going.
Yeah. But I made the mistake of the hard honk. And remember, I'm not even honking at the guy in front of me. I'm honking at the guy in front of him, which is kind of why I went with the harder honk. And, well, the guy in front of me just lost it. And I'm thinking the whole time as he's chasing me down, I'm thinking, I wasn't even honking at you. And I wanted to say, I wanted to roll the window down and say it, but I'm worried that when I roll the window down, I'm going to get, I don't know what.
You would think they would figure out it wasn't for them.
Of course.
For the person in front.
Thank you. That's what my thinking was. Yeah. My point is that these situations that seem typically harmless can escalate to a place that gets really ugly. And this is a supreme tragedy. So we know a lot, but it's a reminder that things can flare in an instant. And this young officer loved the Dodgers, snowboarding. I mean, he's only 35 years old. And he'll have not another day. So we all hang our heads, sadly, here at KFI over this. Mayor Bass has called an emergency meeting. We will tell you about that as we continue.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
It's the Conway Show. Mark Thompson sitting in for Tim, who is sick today. The mayor responding to the violence in Colorado, the alleged terror attack on Jewish demonstrators in Colorado. Mayor Bass in Los Angeles. I got to say something just as an aside, then I'll let you hear from the mayor. When you live in L.A. or you live in a big city, you kind of sign on to, I do anyway, some sort of big city problems. So it's not that we don't complain about them or aren't aware of them or try to solve them. I mean, homelessness, crime, overcrowding, insufficient housing, whatever it might be, prices, traffic. But, man, when violence of the sort that we've seen over the weekend breaks out, man, it's just like it's hard to bake that into your vision of life in the city. And so when the mayor of your city has to come out and go, hey, just in response to the terror attack in Colorado, we're doing such and such. It's like, wow, it's like yet another element that makes life just a little less livable. But to be fair, you want to hear from public officials to say, hey, they're doing something about this. So anyway, the mayor commenting on changes here in Los Angeles regarding, in part, what happened in Colorado.
After that attack in Colorado, LA's mayor said there's going to be extra patrol at houses of worship and community centers. Meanwhile, about an hour ago, authorities in Boulder held a news conference and talked about that attack and more on the alleged motive.
Mr. Solomon stated that he had been planning this attack for a year, and he acted because he hated what he called the Zionist group.
4 additional victims have been identified in Sunday's attack in Boulder, Colorado, bringing the total number of those injured to 12.
For what the charges allege that he did was to throw Molotov cocktails at a group of men and women, some of them in their late 80s, burning them as they peacefully walked on a Sunday. He said he wanted them all to die. He had no regrets, and he would go back and do it again.
The suspect, 45-year-old Mohammed Solomon, an Egyptian citizen who had overstayed his visa, is facing charges including federal hate crime and multiple counts of attempted murder.
Boy, did he pick the wrong time to pull this. I just feel as though he's damaged the plight of a lot of people who want to come to this country legitimately for legitimate, fleeing whatever horrors are going on in their country. And then makes the argument for stricter enforcement of those who have deadlines on visa stays. This guy overstayed his.
He allegedly used a makeshift flamethrower and incendiary device to attack a group who had been doing demonstrations to bring attention to Israeli hostages in Gaza.
I saw fire, I saw people falling and screaming and crying and tripping.
Authorities say he yelled "Free Palestine" during the attack. 16 unused Molotov cocktails were recovered by law enforcement. It happened Sunday on the eve of Shavuot, a 2-day Jewish holiday. And the attack came a week after a deadly shooting outside a Jewish museum in Washington.
The truth is that Jewish Americans have been deeply concerned for the last year and a half after the brutal Hamas attacks of October 7th, 2023, about the incredible levels of incitement against not just Israelis, but Jews around the world.
I mean, it is true that this whole incident, everything going on in Gaza, is sort of being used in many ways as open season for anti-Semitism. And the other thing is, and this is the problem, that, you know, it all runs together. You know, you feel as though criticism of Israel is fair, but there's no need or want, shouldn't be, to turn on the Jewish community. This guy obviously has he's a radical wacko who's looking to kill as many people as he can. I mean, I hope he never sees the light of day. But you see how all of this stuff washes together and creates a much more problematic situation.
Deborah Camille is from the Simon Wiesenthal Center, which aims to combat anti-Semitism and hate.
We want also the general public to understand that words have consequences. Incitement has consequences.
In LA, many Jewish places of worship have increased security.
It's a significant responsibility being out here providing security for so many different synagogues, and we have over a few hundred people in each synagogue at any given time.
LA Mayor Karen Bass posted a statement on X saying what happened in Boulder is an atrocious affront to the very fabric of our society and our beliefs here in Los Angeles. And Mayor Karen Bass also said that she will call an emergency meeting at City Hall after this Jewish holiday to discuss safety and security here in Los Angeles.
I mean, that's what has to happen, right? They need an action plan, which is what they're going to do. Which is what they're going to do. They'll impanel a group to come up with an action plan, according to the mayor. Something big happened in Big Bear. That's created a little bit of a controversy. I have our big wildlife segment next, and something else happened. It wasn't in Big Bear. In fact, it was a world away, even from this country. And yet, it may affect plans being made in this country. I will give you details as we continue.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anabay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anabay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
It's the Conway Show on KFI AM 640, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. Tim back soon. He's just sick. Mark Thompson sitting in. Something happened, just happened, the other end of the world. A lion has killed a man in a remote area of northwest Namibia in Africa. The reason I particularly take interest in this is because I'm planning a trip to Africa this summer. I'm going for the Great Migration. It's this amazing thing if you can put it together. And I'm still trying to put it together. I don't know that we're going to be able to. But so I'm kind of watching news out of Africa. By the way, but this isn't on some kind of news out of Africa feed. This hit CBS News. Lion kills man at Safari Lodge after he leaves the tent to use the toilet. It seems to me like that's something I might do. I could see myself leaving the tent to use the toilet. I could see any of us doing that. I mean, I'm thinking maybe this guy who's 59 years old, camping with his wife and friends near Honabib Skeleton Coast Camp in an area in Namibia. He was attacked when he stepped out of his tent to use the toilet. Other campers managed to scare off the lion, but the guy using the toilet who was attacked was already dead by then. Police say that a full report will be submitted, but it looks like he was a philanthropist who was supporting wildlife conservation in Namibia. I mean, in other words, he kind of knows the territory. You wouldn't expect that he'd be the victim of an attack like this. The desert-adapted lions roam the remote northwest area of the country where mountains and sand dunes meet, they say. In 2023, there were estimated to be around 60 adults and more than a dozen cubs. Lions, that is, right? But their numbers have dipped in recent months following a drought-induced drop in prey and conflict with humans. Last August, Namibia authorized the culling of hundreds of animals, including elephants, as part of a plan to feed people in this drought-stricken area. It's kind of a bizarre thing because some of these animals are endangered, but the government views them as less important than the people who are endangered. This is the second deadly lion attack in Africa in less than 6 weeks. In April, a lion killed a 14-year-old girl outside of Kenya's capital in a ranch to the south of the Nairobi National Park. Kenya is where we are going. Kenya is where I am going. Now, I wondered maybe this guy was at some discount camp with you're out there in the wilderness, set up. You have to leave the tent to go to the bathroom. No. He was killed at a luxury lodge in the remote northwest part of Namibia. It's a high-end place. So you can't avoid nature sometimes. And then I'm thinking, going to the bathroom in the middle of the night is something that, we all do. And some of us, as we get older, do it more frequently, which apparently increases my exposure to being mauled by a lion. Namibia is on the other side of Africa from Kenya, where we're going to be going if this thing comes together. But as I say, the 14-year-old girl killed outside of Kenya's capital in a ranch, that's, ground zero where we'll be. It's exciting, Africa, right? It's so different. It's so full of wildlife, of a sense of the past, of a sense of history, but it's also scary, dangerous. And that's one of the ways that danger can manifest itself. I don't know if you saw this in this country. There was a selfie that I think I was literally sitting in the studio with Tim, and we're watching one of those shows, Inside Edition or some kind of news show, and there's a woman, and this is at a national park here in this country, taking a selfie right alongside a bison. And the selfie, they tell you don't get within 50 feet, I think. I don't know. It varies park to park, the distance you have to keep. And of course, all of these things are warnings that they give you over and over. There's signage posted. And that's done for your protection, also for the protection of the animal. So she didn't respect that. You see this cute woman in shorts taking different selfies. She might have taken, I don't know, it was like 30 seconds. She's standing right next to this bison. And I mention this because had the bison attacked her, A, she would have been mauled, perhaps killed. But B, what happens to the bison? They have to euthanize it. They have to destroy the bison. Same thing with the lion story. Isn't that what you told me, Sharon? You told me that they
had to put the lioness down, which I don't understand that when, the lioness is in their world. So this person's in their world and they put the lioness down?
Yeah, it's as though, right, that person, that guy who was going to the bathroom, if you will, he was in their world, to use your words. You're right. I mean, this is the area that the lioness is roaming. And similarly, the woman with the selfie, she's taking a picture right alongside the bison. Bison didn't move, but she's into and encroaching on his territory. Why are both those animals going to be destroyed if there's an incident? In the case of the lioness, she was destroyed. In the case of the bison, it lives on because it didn't attack the woman. But the answer is because if you, apparently, if you let the animal go on, right, then it, particularly in the case of the lion, it has a taste for human blood, human flesh, etc., and that, I guess, is passed on, or it becomes, you begin to see the logic. It's sad logic, but it's sort of logic. Same thing is true of the bison. So, I mean, in other words, you can't have these creatures attacking. But I'm with you. I mean, like, obviously, the real victim here, in a way, is the creature. Although my heart breaks for this philanthropist and activist who was there in a luxury camp who gets mauled by the lion.
Now, don't they have strict policies that, there's guards that chase the animals away, so they're never allowed outside their tents or whatever from sunset to sunrise?
Exactly. I don't get that. I really don't. I mean, why aren't there facilities that don't require you to walk out into the wilderness? And I mean, maybe they should take a meeting on that. I mean, this is crazy. So
I mean, there's that. And wouldn't it just be the inherent risk of going into an area such as that with or without security or people keeping the wild animals away? I mean, you're in Africa out to see wild animals. And just as Sharon had said, you're in their place, you're in their house. So it sounds like if you go out surfing or something and you get
bitten by a shark,
stung by a jellyfish or bit by a shark, they're not going to go take out the jellyfish or the shark. And reason being, you're in their house, and it's just part of the inherent risk of surfing or going into the water or whatever. But
I guess
taking those out.
Yeah, I was just going to say these carnivorous creatures who have a taste then for human flesh. Maybe that's the thinking on it. I mean, that was sort of my general understanding of it. Why? But I'm with you. I mean, but to Sharon's point, how come you can't protect me? I've paid all this money. I mean, just keep it a secure area from my tent to the bathroom. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking you to, cover me as I run into the desert area through the Serengeti. I'm not asking you to return fire. All I'm asking you to do is cover me from here to the bathroom.
Or put the bathroom inside the tent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But I think you're going to be fine, Mark, because if it's the Great Migration, these lions are going to have other dining options.
Oh, that's a very good point. Very good point. Thank you, Angel. You talked me off the ledge. I appreciate it.
And you don't have a lot of meat on your bones.
You're fine. Tastes like sage.
Yeah.
You're listening to Tim Conway Jr. On Demand from KFI AM 640.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com, featuring Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slipcovers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at washablesofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at washablesofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
The show just got a massive upgrade. That's right. I yield to no man.
Oh, boy.
Boy, you don't have him?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Seriously?
Yeah.
Now it's feeling about. No. Leno was going to come on, and now he's. Well, here's the problem. Leno calls at the end of the last segment. I saw the hotline. I didn't know it was Leno.
Yeah.
Then he's got to sit through like a day and a half of commercials.
That's probably it.
And he's not, he's Jay Leno. He's not going to sit through a bunch of commercials. I mean, especially if Tim's not here. So this is what happens.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's thinking, I don't know. I mean.
Either that or the phone dropped because he always has issues with his phone.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, Jay has that.
Because I think he was driving.
He has that flip phone. Yeah, may not. But Jay, if you're listening, we love you. Call us back. So much for my big intro. I'll have to save it.
Okay.
I love I love the car show that he does now. Yeah, I never thought that's become like a big deal. That show's like a top-rated show. It's really good. The thing about Leno is he collects these cars, and there's a story to go with every car. How he got it, what it was like at the time that they produced this car, what it was in response to. It's kind of cool. But anyway, we'll have him in minutes, should he call us back.
Yeah.
The FAA is launching an emergency task force to ensure safety flying in and out of Newark Airport. Many issues in and out of Newark, as you know. Even someone like Jay Leno would have trouble flying in and out of Newark. They don't care who you are. The disruptions are serious, and the FAA is considering temporary flight reductions in and out of Newark as they launch this emergency task force. You have him now? Okay. Are you sure? I don't want to do a big intro again, and then you pull the rug out from under me.
He's ready.
All right. The show's about to, as I was saying, undergo a major upgrade. How about it for the great Jay Leno? You got it.
Hey, Mark. How you doing?
All right, Leno, this is the best. Thank you for calling.
Well, let me ask you something. Now, you mentioned that the guy was attacked at the luxury hotel, correct?
It was a luxury camp setup. Yes, it
well,
was.
Yeah. Well, that's because the lion is the king of the jungle. Of course, he's going to be at the luxury one. If you go down to the Motel 6, it's all baboons, possum. It's all Of course, the king of the jungle is going to be at the Ritz-Carlton.
I didn't even factor in the royalty thing. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yes, of course, of course. Yeah. Every group has a caste system.
I see. If you're just joining us, it was an African safari, luxury African safari setup. Guys going to the restroom, to the bathroom that they've set up there, and he's mauled and killed by this lion. And as Leno says, the lion is the king of the jungle. It is true.
That's why he's at the luxury hotel. Mark, you remind me of that. You remember that woman a couple of years ago that sued the Park Service because she was walking in the woods and a tree branch hit her in the face, and she sued because the tree branch was too low.
I don't remember that. Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
You're saying there's an assumed risk? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, hello. Hey, why don't we camp where there are lions? Good idea, Bob.
But Jay, to be fair to the guy, don't you think you set up in places where you can secure the area where you're sleeping?
Well, yeah, but I like people saying, well, he also worked for the conservation of animals. like the animals are like the animals have read all his literature. Well, should we eat him because he seems to be helping? Yeah, you're right. Why don't we go after the guy who just shoots animals willingly? Yeah, let's eat that guy. It doesn't really work that way.
Yeah, I guess sadly it does not. Sadly it does not. Yeah. Have you ever been, Jay? You've been all over the world. You've played these, corporate gigs all over the world, Asia. Have you been to the continent of Africa?
No, I haven't been to Africa yet. There's not a lot of gigs for clubs that have lions roaming around.
Namibia isn't big on the yucks in Namibia isn't open anymore?
No. You see, I help conserve the environment by not going into it.
I see. Hey, Jay.
This way,
I have a question. I have a car question for you.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm getting rid of my Tesla, okay? And I'm looking at other electric cars. And, I had that Hellcat a few years ago, which I really like, a muscle car, because there's a 15-year-old in me somewhere that really never had a car when I was a teenager and all that stuff. Anyway, they just came out, as you know, with these this Dodge Scat Pack Daytona. And it is like the Hellcat, if you will, or like the Challenger Charger world, but it's electric. Have you driven it?
Yeah. If you want a fast electric car, you get a Tesla. That's the fastest one. Lucid is fast. If you're looking for a reasonable electric, the Ioniq 5, I think it's called, by Hyundai.
Right.
That's great. That's really, really good. Now, are you getting your Tesla because of political pressure, or are you just going to trade it in?
I'll tell you the truth. I'm just kind of over it. It's a little too light a ride for me. Like, it doesn't feel like a sturdy enough ride. It starts to bother me. The windows at high speeds kind of make that whistling sound. So, it's a... you
have to close them all the way.
I see. Damn it. It was such a simple solution.
Yeah, again, this is like the lion at the Ritz-Carlton. It's the same thing. He's the king of the jungle. Of course he's going to be at the Ritz-Carlton.
I never thought of closing them all the way. Yeah.
Yeah, closing them all. Yeah, any other problems?
Is that you? Was that your engine, Leno, that we just heard?
Yes, I am in a 350R Mustang. It's quite fast. Yeah, this is a very fast car.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Sounds nice.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like quite the roar. By the way, Jay, the wild thing about that Dodge Daytona, the electric car, is that sound that we just heard from your car, of course, it doesn't make because it's an electric car. So what have they done? They put speakers in the car.
Well, it's a manufactured noise.
Right.
It's a bit like a blow-up doll that moans.
It is. Jay's right. They actually, so you'll hear that sound if you want. You hit one button on the console, and it will make that noise, even though it has no engine that actually makes that noise.
Well, why don't you just put baseball cards in your bicycle spokes? It'll make the same noise. Right. I mean, that's all it is. It's just a noise. It doesn't make it go faster. There's no reason why you would have that,
Yeah. Well, apparently it's not selling very well is the problem. I think the people who drive those cars, they want that. They want the combustion engine.
Yeah. Well, they want the real thing,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. It's like a lion going to the Hampton Inn. They don't go there.
How do you decide what car you're going to drive every day, Jay?
Well, that's a first world problem. No, whatever happened to you working on, or if I just change the oil, or if I'll take it out on the road. I had a leak in my 68 Dodge Dart, so I was driving that earlier today.
Yeah. Last thing, we're late, but let me just ask you, Jay, do you mind telling the story about, I don't know, this is a terrible thing, you were driving a convertible and there was a parade. Do you know what I'm talking about? That story? I just thought
that's a long time. But my wife and I were driving my 57 Buick convertible. Okay, so we're in West Hollywood. As we go across Santa Monica, there's a parade going on, and it's the Gay Pride Parade. So Mariah says, we can't get across because there's a parade going on. Okay, so I was about to figure out how to get. A cop goes, Jay, come on, open it. I said, come on in. Come on. And now he thinks because I'm driving this 57 Buick, which is an antique car, I'm in the parade. So he guides me. So now Mavis and I are going down thanks for supporting gays, Jay. I got no problem, you know. And my wife's laughing. She's, oh, they think you're gay. Honey, they think you're a lesbian, okay? And we're just waving at people. It was actually a lot of fun. It was hysterical. I was just trying to get across Santa Monica Boulevard, and now I'm and the two guys in front of me are in the skimpiest bikinis, and they're standing on the back of a truck dancing. And I'm going, okay, this is like the craziest day of my life. But it was really fun.
I thought of you because the Pride Parade was yesterday. I literally thought of that story. I just loved that story. Jay, you're the best to call us and to weigh in and to give us the rumble of the Leno Mustang.
Well, thank you, my friend. Listen, you take care. I'll talk to you soon. Give Tim my best.
All right, you got it. It's Jay Leno, everybody. Wow. Man, that engine just has to be immense to put out that kind of sound, doesn't it, Crozier? I mean, that's got to be
He was showing off.
Yeah.
He was showing. Oh, come on.
It's the Conway Show. That's it for Leno. Thompson here on KFI AM 640. Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Conway Show on demand on the iHeartRadio app. Now, you can always hear us live on KFI AM 640, 4 to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, and anytime on demand on the iHeartRadio app.
This Labor Day, say goodbye to spills, stains, and overpriced furniture with WashableSofas.com. Featuring Anna Bay, the only machine washable sofa inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly pricing. Sofas start at just $6.99, making it the perfect time to upgrade your space. Anna Bay's pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and interchangeable slip covers are made with high-performance fabric built for real life. You'll love the cloud-like comfort of hypoallergenic, high-resilience foam that never needs fluffing, and a durable steel frame that stands the test of time. With modular pieces, you can rearrange anytime. It's a sofa that adapts to your life. Now through Labor Day, get up to 60% off site-wide at WashableSofas.com. Every order comes with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping, no restocking fees, every penny back. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.